5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Welcome everybody to the Jazz Social 2023. While we get this first tune kicked off, I want to go ahead and introduce all the members of the band behind me. On alto saxophone, Dawson Melton. On tenor saxophone, Sean Wyatt and Jackson Lebec. On Barry and alto saxophone, Connor Myers and Tyler Kirby. On trumpet, Connor Saxall. On trombone, Megan Weaver and Colin Tubbs. On percussion, Sonny Mendoza and Tyler Shokowski. And on piano, Nicole Saxall. This is Chameleon by Herbie Hancock. Kirby, Dawson Melton, and Sean Wyatt for those solos. The other good news is this isn't a spring band concert, which means anytime somebody plays well up here, in the middle of the tune, you go right on ahead and applaud. It's not going to hurt anybody's feelings. That's the beautiful thing about jazz. Fantastic. We're going to move on to our next tune this evening, entitled Pennsylvania 6-5000 by the Glenn Miller Band. Right after this, we're going to have our first Guess That Tune. There's going to be 5 of these Guess That Tunes throughout the evening. We've got a couple of prizes for those of you that get all 5 of those right. If you get all 5 of those right, we'll pull a couple of those correct cards at the end, and you can go home with one of our bouquets of wooden roses or one of our Stuarts Draft Band auto emblems for the vehicles. So there are some prizes there for that. So just be ready for that. You should have entry cards for those on your table, as well as some pencils. There. Good. Moving on. Next, our second tune for this evening is Pennsylvania 6-5000. And if you're curious where the name comes from or what you're going to hear in the middle, back in the day when you had to dial up to an operator with a telephone and you had to give them the address that you wanted to call, this is from back in the day. If you wanted to give the old White House a ring, you would have told the operator to dial you into Pennsylvania 6-5000. So that's the reference in here. So you're going to hear a triangle in the middle of the tune that represents an old rotary phone. And if you were under 18 and you're going, what's a rotary phone? Don't worry about it. Pennsylvania 6-5000. First name that tune. Go ahead and get the cards ready and the pencils out. This is the first name that tune. I will say, to get it right, to get the prize at the end, we are only looking for the name of the tune, but I would love if you would also try and throw down the artist too. That's just for fun. So we're looking for the name of the tune, but if you know the artist too, bonus points. The bonus points don't get you anything. It's like, whose line is it anyway? But you have my respect. Ready? Number one. You're going to hear it 3 times. Ready? That's all you're getting.
And it is jazz.
Oh, definitely jazz.
Okay.
That's a joke. It's not jazz. That is very much not jazz. This is not a jazz tune.
Oh, you know it, but I don't want to.
Listening to. Absolutely. It's not Glenn Miller. Last time. Moving on. That kid in class, weren't you?
Yes.
Georgia. Our next tune for this evening is entitled Georgia on My Mind, as made famous probably by Ray Charles, is one of the most famous versions that you all have heard. This tune is set up to have a bunch of soloists, but this group does a really fantastic job of playing together, if you haven't already noticed. They really understand the ideas behind balance and blend, and knowing when their part is important, and when to stay out of the way and when to come out. So Georgia, instead of having a bunch of soloists go, you're just going to get to hear the beautiful sounds that this wind section behind me can make. So you're going to hear the saxophones featured, the trumpet section featured, which is just going to be another solo for Connor, and then a little trombone solo, which is just a nice little duet. So this is Georgia on My Mind, featuring our wind section. the wind section. Fantastic. To close out our first half of Full Jazz Band, we're going to finish with a funk tune entitled Buck Jump by Trombone Shorty. This is going to feature a solo section in the middle, and in order of solos, you're going to hear Megan Weaver on the trombone, Tyler Kirby on the bari sax, had to see what he was playing, Connor Saxog on the trumpet, and Sean Wyatt on the tenor. Right after this one, we will make some quick transitions to our combos, which are small little jazz groups, quintets, sextets. I think we have a septet in there. Just small groups. So as we transition to that, we'll do that second Guess That Tune after Buck Jump. So go ahead and have that Guess That Tune sheet ready. And this is our final song for the full band first act, Buck Jump by Trombone Shorty. All right, as we transition to our first combo for the evening, jazz folks, if you are not performing in that combo, feel free to scurry on out of here. That first combo is going to be Round Midnight by Dan Hartman, featuring Sean Wyatt, Jackson LeVeque, and Dawson Melton. In case you're confused why our rhythm section is not mentioned under the combos, it's because Nicole on piano, Tyler on percussion, and or Sonny on percussion are part of every combo. The rhythm section is there the whole time. In case this is the first time you've ever been around jazz combo, it's a little bit different than the full band stuff. The full band stuff, we get full arrangements, full pieces of music. Everybody has every note, other than those solos, which most of them were improvising. If you've never been around an improvised solo, that's really hard to just come up with notes on the spot, so good on them. But every other note that we play in the full band stuff is all written down for them. And the combos, basically all we're given is a rhythm section, is a chord progression. The drums are given one measure or two of a beat, and then the wind players are given the melody. And other than that, it's kind of a go for it. So just think of the jazz combos as essentially structured little jazz jam bands, is kind of how they're going to work. So as that first jazz combo gets set up in this area, I'm going to go ahead and play Guess That Tune number 2 for you all. So if you would, pull up that Guess That Tune chart. Three times. Here's number 1. I could play it higher, but it's going to sound weird. It should be played that low. Here it is again. It might not be like radio music. Maybe think film. I don't know. What do I know? And one more time.
It is very tempting.
Let's go. All right, our first combo this evening, playing Round Midnight by Dan Hartman, as made famous by Thelonious Monk, is our first jazz combo featuring Sean Wyatt, Jackson LeVeque, and Dawson Melton. This is Round Midnight. Another cool thing I just wanted to point out about the combos, every single student in our jazz band this year participates in at least one combo. And that's a pretty scary thing because in the combos, nobody is playing with them on their part. They're all individual. Even if they have some unison stuff together, they're all soloing individually on their part. So good on those students, and you're going to see every single student in the jazz band tonight perform in at least one combo. Our next combo features Tyler Kirby, Connor Byers, and Megan Weaver. And we're going to be playing an old theme from Henry Mancini that some of you may recognize, entitled Peter Gunn. 3 times at 13, 2 times at 28. Y'all got it? How's that feel? Good. Ready? Guess that tune number 3. Where is he? Sean, you're up, my man. The next Guess That Tune is going to be performed by our own Sean White. He'll play it for you 3 times as our next combo gets set up, which is pretty similar to the last combo. Here is Guess That Tune number 3.
Keep going.
All right. One last time.
There you go.
I'm sorry if you think these are hard. I got told last time they were too easy. All right. Next. No. No, just kidding. Our next combo features Connor Byers, Tyler Kirby, Colin Tubbs, and a special treat, Megan Weaver, off of her trombone, which is her actual secondary instrument. She's actually a tuba player. She's going to be leaving her secondary instrument behind to go pick up her third instrument, which is her vocals. So, welcome this trio of players, as well as our featured vocalist, Megan Weaver. This is Don't Get Around Much Anymore by Duke Ellington. have one more combo tune for you all this evening. Our next combo tune is going to feature Sean Wyatt, Dawson Melton, and Connor Saxall on In Walked Bud by Thelonious Monk. Immediately following this tune, we've got our fourth Guess That Tune coming up. Our fourth Guess That Tune coming up right before our full band takes back over for our final set. Again, this is In Walked Bud by Thelonious Monk.
37 twice. Just 37, 37, 46, then 37, 37, 46.
37.
Just 37 twice, right?
Yeah, 37, 37, 46, 54.
Oh, that repeat at the end of 54 and 61. That takes you all the way back, right?
Yes.
Yeah. The DS tells it that's the uneven.
37, 37, 46.
54 back. You got it, boss.
I'm just a rhythm player. I'm just the higher talent to back them up.
All right. How's that? Good. And 2, 1, 2, ready.
Another round of applause for all our fantastic combos this evening. All right, as the jazz band takes the stage for our last set, we are going to play, or I am going to play for you, Guess That Tune number 4. Number 4. This is going to be a bass line. Guess That Tune number 4.
give you a fun hint for this one. The bass line is in 7/4. So if you feel like it finishes before it should, it's because it's not in 8 like everything else in the world. This piece of music is a little funky. The group that wrote this piece of music was a little funky. Just a little bit. They had a dark side. That might have been it. Ready? Here it is again.
All right.
And the third time. If you're feeling confident about this, you might wish that you could put a little money on this. Guess that too. I'm sorry, I can't just not. I can play it twice. That was Guess That Too, number 4. All right. Everybody back? Everybody good? Everybody's face hurts? Fantastic.
Richard, are you getting any of them?
Get it on, yeah, bud.
All right. Our next tune this evening, if you have been anywhere around JMU music at all in the last 15 or 20 years, you have heard this tune performed probably by a jazz band or definitely by the marching band. This is their signature tune, or at least it has been for the past couple of years. This is a tune from the 1970s by the great Bill Chase, who's a fantastic trumpeter, and the tune is entitled "Get It On." So this is "Get It On" by Bill Chase. There is a solo section in the middle, and we will feature alto sax player on this one, Tyler Kirby, at the solo section in the middle. If you are familiar with the original tune and or the tune that the marching band does up at JMU, don't be surprised. This one's longer. I added some solo breaks because why not? So this is "Get It On" by Bill Chase. Roadmap, roadmap, roadmap. Chopping, 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 chopping. All right. Our next tune for you all this evening. This one was secretly for me, but the band really enjoyed this one too. I grew up watching Family Guy, which is a fantastically, ridiculously terrible show. But it's got one of the most awesome themes of any modern sitcom, and it's an animated sitcom. But it's a farce of the old like family value sitcoms of the 1950s and 60s. But this family is not high in value or morals. But the theme song is great nonetheless. These students enjoy this tune. I've enjoyed putting it together. And we do have some solos in this one. In the Family Guy theme song, we're going to feature, again, Connor Saxog on the trumpet and Dawson Melton on the alto sax. If you've seen the show and you know the words, feel free to sing along. Here's the theme from Family Guy. You must do it in your best Lois Griffin voice, though. All right, this is the final Guess That Tune. Final Guess That Tune. As soon as we finish this Guess That Tune, if you think you have gotten all 5 of them correctly, and you have put your name on your paper, the teacher in me has to say that. Our Tri-M students, can I have Devin and Teddy and Joey pop around to the tables after this one? After this one, and they'll come around and collect it. When they come around to the table, Devin, raise your hand for me, please, sir. That's Devin. Joey, raise your hand for me, please, sir. That's Joey. And Teddy, raise your hand for me. That's Teddy. They're going to be bouncing around. If one of those 3 gentlemen comes to your table and you think you've gotten all 5 right, please hand them your Name That Tune card, and they'll collect them and bring them on up. Also, eat more dessert. It's fine. I won't tell your doctor.
What about me?
Nicole, I need the banana. Oh, I can't afford it. All right. Final listening. This is Name That Tune number 5. Ready? It does go right.
last time. Woo. You just give me a kick. Shoot, it's coming. Last one.
Fantastic. Get those guesses in. As we perform this next piece, like I said, Teddy, Joey, and Devin are going to be coming around to grab any Name That tunes that you all think you might have gotten. As we move on to our next piece, I wanted to take this moment to recognize a couple of folks, including the two gentlemen you see standing in front of me. In the group behind me, there are a couple of folks that this is their last performance with this fantastic jazz band, and I will be remiss to see them go. So at this point, I'd like to recognize a couple of our seniors. So in case you hadn't noticed, on our lone trumpet part tonight is senior Connor Saxaw. Can we get him? Next, you heard him this evening on alto sax on pretty much everything, and that is senior Dawson Melton. And finally, hanging out over here behind me, the man behind the scenes, the 6'4" giant from Stuarts, Virginia, senior Tyler Sholkowski. Thank you, seniors. Wonderful senior year. Fantastic job. So, I'd like to try and feature some seniors if I can on these concerts. And I've got two fantastic players up here for me for the next piece that we're going to perform. The next piece is entitled Autumn Twilight, and it is a rock ballad. It's not famous. It was written by a gentleman named Larry Meek, who is a very niche name in the band jazz world. But the piece features soloists throughout, and those two soloists are standing right up in front of me. So it's not just one solo in the middle of the piece. The main melody throughout the whole thing is going to be carried by these two seniors. If you're wondering what funny thing Mr. Saxaw is holding over there, that is called a flugelhorn. It's in your program. It's typed out in case you're curious about the spelling, because it's kind of funny. The flugelhorn is essentially a trumpet that isn't so in your face. It's designed to be a little rounder, a little warmer, a little more laid back, and I think you're going to find that it fits the style of this piece fantastic. Try in, folks. Could I have you collect? Do you all know the answers to all the Name That tunes?
No.
Come get the key from me. I have the key up here. Come get the key. Has everybody handed in their Name That tune cards? Fantastic, I'm going to go over them just so you all know, in case you didn't write it down. The first one, anybody know what the first one was? Yeah, We Will Rock You by Queen. Yeah, pretty straightforward. The second one, yeah, anybody know the actual name? The Imperial March. If we have Darth Vader's theme down, I'll take it, although ironically, it wasn't his, it was just March. It was John Williams attempting to be John Philip Sousa in minor. Fantastic. Third one, Mr. Sean Wyatt, saxophone solo. Careless Whisper by George Michael.
Yes!
Yep. Fantastic. The fourth one was me on the bass. That one was? Money by Pink Floyd. Money by Pink Floyd. And then the final one that I played back there on the piano was Eye of the Tiger by Survivor is the name of that band. So hopefully you got all 5 of those right, and we'll be pulling 2 winners, and we'll let you know who they are after this tune. This is our second to last tune, the penultimate tune. This is Autumn Twilight, featuring soloists Connor Saxaw and Dawson Melton. All right. So close. So close. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. folks. Do I have some winners? Give me the winners.
Let me pull out my sling real quick.
Fantastic. Our two winners this evening. At the end of the event this evening, if you just pop up to the kitchen inside our, there are 2 bouquets prepared if both folks would like the bouquet, or if you would prefer, actually let's go ahead and do it now so we can all recognize those winners. Our first winner this evening is Sarah Kirby. Hi, Sarah. Fantastic. Our second winner this evening. Oh, I should have done that on the first one. Sorry, Sarah, Mr. Drumroll. We'll try it on this one. Drumroll, please. The winner is Maddie Melton. Congratulations to those of you that won. Hopefully that was fun. Just something a little bit to break up the evening and keep your ears and brains entertained. Before we play this last piece, I want to go ahead and thank all the folks behind me. Jazz band, really well done. This is not a class. This is not a group that meets regularly. Can I have you all show of hands? How many of you all are in class, in a band class currently? So only half the group is in a band class every day. The other half chose to, well, even the ones in class chose to do this completely on their own will. We had to meet, we had weird hours. In case you didn't know, my wife and I had our first child back in December, and so I've been out on some weird paternity leave hours, and so we had rehearsals from 4 to 6, 6 to 8. We came in on work days, and this group really worked hard to put it together. Last week on Thursday, they got to play with and for the Bridgewater College Jazz Band, and they had a great time. And then the Bridgewater College Jazz Band got to play for them, and it was a really awesome experience. And on Monday, we are taking this family band on the road. Monday morning we'll be at Stump Elementary School. Monday in the middle of the day we'll be at Stuarts Draft Middle School, and Monday afternoon we'll be at Stuarts Draft Elementary School. So we're going to get to play all the feeders. So this group behind me is a group of hardworking students. They put together 8 full band pieces of music, 4 combo pieces, and all in after-school rehearsals, and they're already ridiculously busy schedule. So can you just give the entire jazz band another round of applause for their We got one more tune for you this evening. This is a fun tune. It's a pop tune by the Electric Light Orchestra entitled Mr. Blue Sky, and we're going to feature soloists Connor Saxog and Sean Wyatt. Thank you all so much for coming out to the 2023 Jazz Social. I hope you had a wonderful evening. As a reminder, if you haven't had a chance to make a donation yet, there are a couple of donation jars floating around. The Tri-M Music Honor Society is the one who helped put this event on. The Tri-M Music Honor Society is an honor society for students involved in music classes when they are a junior or a senior. It's an invitation group only. Our club only has 15 members, but they work really hard throughout the school year to provide extra musical opportunities for folks. So thanks to the Tri-M students for hosting, and you can rest assured that all of your donations, give the Tri-M students a round of applause. Well done, thank you, Tri-M folks. And if you are in jazz band and a Tri-M student, raise your hand. Tri-M members in jazz band. So we got a couple up there as well. Yeah, fantastic. And just so you all know, all of your donations that you all made this evening, Tri-M at our next club meeting is going to vote on some local charities to donate that to. So the band program, Tri-M, nobody is keeping the money that you donate here this evening. It's going directly back to charities. This is part of one of our 3 pillars of Tri-M is service, and this is our best way to give back through music. So thank you, Tri-M, thank you, Jazz Band, and thank you all for coming out. We will close out with our last piece this evening entitled Mr. Blue Sky. Repeats, all that good stuff. 1, 2, 1, 2. real quickly, right before we leave, because I know a lot of you want this. If I could have Wyatt, would you please be a dear, and above those charging cables, would you flip both of those light switches on for me? Wonderful. Oh, pupils dilate. Band members, stand up nice and tall, put your music down, hold your instrument, stand and smile. Oh, I don't know. Pick Mr. Myers back there in the back and just smile at him. Everybody grab your pictures, go! Keep smiling, you're not done yet. All right, you got 5 more. 5, 4, 3.
I got him.
5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic! As a final reminder, Jazz students and Triumph students, please do not leave until we are packed up. Thank you. Well, have a wonderful evening.